remember the day my son was born. Sweat ran down my face as if my body was a gym. My heart started doing jumping jacks inside of my chest. The rhythm of beats was dancing to the same tune of beeps that I heard coming from this machine with so much adrenaline pumping through my blood. My brain forgot how to think as I started to daydream about how his life would be, and for some reason, my mind skipped those countless nights of breaking your sleep to fix a bottle after you've come in from a long day of work. My mind also skipped that time my wife was gone and I had to change that boo-boo diaper, not to mention during me holding my breath, you decide to pee on me. What a horrible way to find out. It works. And then flashes of you saying your first words, taking your first steps, me holding your hand as I walk through to the steps of buildings we call schools, showing you how to fight. Teaching you to ride a bike, that awkward conversation of the birds and the bees. Fast forward to 8th grade graduation, and just before I could yell congratulations, my son was leaving off for prom. My son is becoming a man. Long drive to your dorm. You're finally out of the house, and now I'm sitting in your old room thinking about how time has passed. College was the place you met your best friend and wife you tied the knot. Right after you both finished top of the schoolhouse, shopping on the hills, sitting in the waiting room to become the grand of a child I spoiled every chance I got. My son has made his father proud. And oh, how I wish I could say the same for my neighbor. You see, 33 years ago, his son also was born. And what a bad father he was. I mean, who allows their son to be born in a manger, wrapped in swaddling cloth, grew up in Nazareth where no good thing can behold? A strange young man. At 12, he was lost for days, not found in parks in arcades. No, he was learning, listening in a temple, teaching men that was twice his age. His father never taught him how to make friends, because no one followed him until he was 30 of years, and even then. I saw the absence of his father in the choosing of these dozens of guys he called disciples. His father never took them fishing like men, so in return, he made them fishers of men. His son had an anger issue as well. In the temple, he turned more tables than a DJ, but not everything he did was bad. He did heal the sick, gave sight to the blind, made a lame man not only walk, but masses of people saw him pick up his bed. Speaking of bed, there was a man by the name of Lazarus who had been asleep for 4 days before he raised them from the dead, fed thousands of hungry souls with 2 fish, 5 loaves of bread. Speaking of bread, they called him the bread of life. He was arrested one dark night, accused of breaking the law. You see, his son, I can believe this part, his son was claiming to be the Son of God. He was brought to trial for his blasphemy as the people shouted with a loud voice, "Crucify him!" And that's when I asked, man, where is this boy's dad? Beaten, stripped skin, thorns on head, cursed as any man who hangs on a tree. He was left to die a long and lonely death. And after 33 years of fatherlessness, I heard his son cry out on the cross, "Father, Father, why have you forsaken me?" A question that my son has never had to ask. My hatred towards this father grew. So on early Sunday morning, I walked over, knocked hard on his door, and to my surprise, his son was alive. The father invites me into his home, sits me down, and explains to me how the sacrificial death of his son was all part of a plan to redeem fathers who think they are supreme, because not even the American dream will bring your son rest in hell. He said, "I am God, the only good father, All others fall short like too big pants on a skinny man's waist. So the next time you putting on your belt, think about grace, my plans are not always understood, but they all are just. In order for me to forgive, someone's son had to be trusted. So instead of taking the life of yours, I gave up my own son, who has been a part of me for eternity. My son is the perfect picture of a painting no one has ever seen of me, the image of an invisible God. All things were created by him, so you giving your son the world is a lie, considering the fact that the earth is the Lord. My son is Lord. He is head of the church, the greatest leader man eyes has ever seen. His faithfulness to his bride makes your son's love for his wife look like lust. His wisdom surpasses the knowledge of men, making fools of those you call professors. You see, I could never be a deadbeat, because it was my son that beat the dead. And I am the good father that resurrected him out of the grave. And if you don't believe me, just go and ask the over 500 men this news was worth the life of those he gave the rights to live in heaven through faith in my son is the only admission. No sin is petty, because my son is coming back. Go home and make sure yours is ready. Woo.